I suppose the problem with this Partygate story is, unfortunately, the police investigation hasn't wrapped up yet, and we haven't had the full Sue Gray inquiry, which means it just goes on and on and on. We're all sick to death of talking about it. This motion that's been tabled by the Conservatives is to try and delay this vote on whether or not Boris Johnson should face this inquiry. Labour, of course, saying, well, this is just a delay tactic, they're trying to block it. But it makes a lot of sense, doesn't it? Because why not wait until all of this is wrapped up before we talk about it some more? We don't know what's happening next week, let alone the week after.
Well, I think one thing we do know that's coming up is of course, local elections. And I think from all party perspectives, it's best to focus on that, get that out of the way, and then move on to the future of the PM.
Certainly the Conservatives would argue that.
Certainly the Conservatives would argue that, but I think other parties have their own campaigns in full flow. Why sort of sideline that, push the focus back onto the PM? If he does a good job, that might sideline their efforts as well.
Can you see a no-confidence vote coming?
Not immediately, no. And again, I think it's because we've got too many issues crammed into one. I think it was interesting that Craig Whitaker, who has been quite outspoken in sort of asking the PM to step down, didn't actually submit a letter into the 1922 Commission. And I think that's broadly kind of the feeling within Tory MPs. It's like, yes, the Prime Minister did wrong, and we'll say that publicly, but we don't want to shift the party too far.
Yet. So could I ask you, you don't have to answer me, but where would you stand on this? You say you don't want to push the party too far yet. Should the Prime Minister eventually be pushed?
Well, for me, I want to see a gold standard Conservative back in number 10. Somebody who really cares about what the membership wants. Somebody who's not detached from the real issues we're looking at. So, of course, I think PM has a lot of work to do there.
Who springs to mind when you describe that?
Who springs to mind? Sir John Redwood, Suella Braverman, someone like that who's really got the confidence of the membership and also has a lot of vision for the future, rather than keeping on with the same kind of Cameron-esque policy that's been to the left of Blair largely for most of this premiership.